So here we are again, and this time we're going to start looking at the head. Yeah, your head. This bit, isn't it? Yeah, this bit. Right, so Gizmo has a very full Gizmo. Brent. Gizmo's decided to go and go to sleep because he's bored, and so is Bear now. He's starting to get tired because we've been at this all day. I started very early. Like I say, these things are not done in 5 minutes. It takes all day to trim a pom properly, especially if you give them rest and a little break. Some will let you go through and do it all the way through. Like I say, when it's just a topping up of a show trim or whatever, because he hasn't been touched for such a long time, that's why it's taking so long to trim him. Normally if I got him trimmed as I would for showing, it'd literally just be tidying up and keeping them tidy. Now he needs to have his head done, so one of the first things that I do is the ears. You don't have to do the ears, especially if you're a bit nervous, because it can be quite nerve-wracking if you've never done it before, and it's not the easiest thing to do. So basically, when we're doing the ears, again, I go back to my little trusty scissors, because these I can control and I only take a little bit of time. And what I do with the ear is I feel the ear, because even though he looks like he's got really long ears, his ear actually finishes there, and as you can see, there is that much fur, so that is making his ears look very, very big. And if I just nip that off, so as you can see, I don't take it all the way down the ear. All I do is just take a small amount, because what we do when we're going to show them is the rest of this fur that's behind actually comes and covers the ear. So that's how we trim his ear. We round it round, even though Pomeranian have pointy ears like all dogs. In the show ring, they like them to be rounded like a teddy bear. So like I say, I do mine a little bit at a time. I don't rush. I take a tiny little bit of fur off at a time. That's why these little scissors are invaluable, because you can literally take a tiny bit off. If you're careful and you know where your dog's ear finishes, like I say, if you're not happy to do this, don't. It isn't essential. It's just how we like them to be done for the show ring. So he's being show trimmed at the minute, so not just a pet trim. Pet trim you wouldn't bother, you'd just leave the ears where they were alone and not touch them. So we're going to trim his ears, because if you look now, between this ear and this ear, how much, put your head forward, Dad, how much smaller that ear looks. So we're going to do this one as well. He's pretty good. He will let me do these things. Like I say, he is used to having it done, and I've not nipped him once yet, and I hope not to. So if you can see, we've taken quite a bit of fur off, because his ears are very, very furry. Like the rest of him, aren't you, Baby Bear? Eh? We call him Baby Bear because he's the youngest, even though he is the biggest. But he's still the baby. Okay, so those are the ears done. The ears are done. The next thing is we've got to try and get some control into this mane. Okay. Now, a lot of dogs in the show ring now are very sculptured. I tend to be more natural in the way I show my boys, well, this particular boy anyway. So I like to have him looking a little bit more natural. So I won't take as much off as some would. I tend to take a lot more off the body because it makes him look a little bit smaller than what he is, which we hope, which is a good thing for a boy that's a little bit oversized. He'd have made a very good girl, wouldn't you? Eh? Stand up, baby. Let me show baby this head. There you go. So as you can see, as before, when I hold his fur up, I have quite a lot of wisp. Now that wisp is well above his ears. So what I want to do is this, all that has got to come off. That's a lot of fur. So all we do is go bump, 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 and that's my guideline. That's where I start. Now I need then to make all this match that. And it's literally just go along and match it up. Like you would be doing if you were cutting somebody's hair. If anybody's had hairdressing experience, you'll be perfect for doing this because it's literally the same sort of thing. And all we do is then we just go bump, bump, bump. Now, like I say, I do like to keep him as a natural look as possible. So some would take a lot more off, but I like him to have a big coat. It's his #1 attribute because he is heavily coated. So I like him to keep as much coat as I want, as I can, and especially around his face, because I think that's what gives him his character. Because what you've got to remember as well is once it starts, I'm pulling it forward, but once it drops back, it won't look so fluffy. So I'm literally just going to keep bringing it to the level that I've got here, and then just nipping it off a little bit and bringing it off. Now I'm bringing this layer up to my hand to here, because this here should be no longer than his nose. So when you have this bit here, it should come to the front of his nose. Now look forward, darling. So when I look here, that's the sort of shortness that he should have. So this bit has got to come off. So when you're looking there, that's how long it should be. So what I will do is I'll take it to the end of his nose, and then we'll feather it into the bottom. But as you can see, I don't use the feathering scissors. I tend to feather naturally as I cut. So the ones on the things at the bottom, this is the height that I want, and then I feather into that height. If you see what I mean, I feather up into the height. So basically all I'm doing is bringing all this up and cutting it to the length that I want. So all this chest hair that he has here, that will go anyway because that's under his belly, and I'll trim that back. But all this here will come to this height, to this length here. Oh yeah, there you go. See, and that's where I start from here, and then I cut it into that length. So he has got quite a lot of mane to get me through. So, and like I say, I feather it in naturally as I do with the normal scissors. You can use the feathering, a lot of people will use the teethed scissors. Like I say, I tend not to. I like to just use one pair of scissors and be done. Yes, we know, because you get bored, don't you, baby? Yes. So this is where I am at the minute. I'm looking at where he is. He tends to move his face around. So if you can see, I have an awful lot of hair, which is also all over the floor. I've also got a step mark here, which is not good because I've still got to blend this in so that it doesn't look like it's stepped. Okay, so So that's our next job. We're going to blend that in and keep cutting it in until we've blended all that in, so that we haven't got that mark. Again, brush, 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 brush. Because when you brush, you can see that where you've gone missing, where you've gone wrong, or where you need to take a little bit more, because they do have a habit, and that's it. When they shake, you will get a more better look. Stand up, baby. At what needs to be done. As you can see, he's a little bit raggedy at the minute. See, I've got this level here. So what I need to do is to bring this level out. So I've got all this level here, which is from his head, and I've got to bring it in and shape it round. So this bit is the top, that bit comes to there, so no further than that bit there. Let me hold in there. Then this bit comes to there, no further than the nose, and then we just shave that in and make sure that it's all of one length. So as you can see, I've got that. I am going to use these, and I'm going to show you what we do. We just go bump, 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 bump. Just, he doesn't like these ones. They tend to, I'm not very good with them, to be fair, and they do tend to pull a little bit. So there you go, that's that bit done. As you can see, that step is no longer a step that he had there, and he has now got a flatter beard, flatter there, and we'll carry on, and I'll take this right down into his chest area, so that when he stands, we'll have a very beautiful front, which will show on his head as well. It will frame his face. We don't take too much off the sides because he has a beautiful face and we want his face framed. So when this mane is all brushed and it's forward and he's naturally walking, then I want him to look like he's framed by this mane, rather than cutting it all off and having just a small head. I want him to look that he looks like a pom with all this lion of a mane. And he does look like a lion because he's that right colour, isn't he, with the black. Like I say, we just keep taking off a little bit at a time. There is no rush. Like I say, he hasn't been done for such a long time that he does need quite a bit taken off. And he's got very, very good, aren't you, baby? Yes. So I'm going to carry on and take a little bit more off him in places that I know that needs to be done, because I've just spotted, and just keep cutting. Now, it isn't rocket science. It's not difficult. If you want to have a go, please do have a go. You might enjoy it, you might not. You'll also bond very well with your dog this time of year now, with coronavirus, COVID-19 on at the moment. It's a great way to bond with the dogs because they enjoy having you there with them, and they enjoy this pampering because you're with them and you're doing it. And if you get to do it yourself, you might save yourself quite a bit of money in the long run. Bathing and things like that, and grooming, if you're paying out for somebody to groom your dog when you could do it yourself at home, probably much better than they can too, then it's well worth looking at and doing. And you never know, you might enjoy it. You never know, you might even think, ooh, I wonder if I could show. Because at the end of the day, it's a great hobby, it's great fun. There's some lovely people in the pom world, as in all the dog world. There are lovely people, and we're all the same. We all love our dogs. So do come along and have a look at a dog show if you've never been to one. It's not what people think. We're not all ogres. We all actually adore the dogs, and they're not mistreated. And no dog that goes into a show ring is ever forced into doing it. Thank you very much, folks. That's your basic trim. Yeah, basic trim of a pom. So you've had your head, you've had your feet, you've had your bums, you've had your body, and you've had your ears. Now, I think that's about it. I don't trim the tail because I think that's his crowning glory, and Brent hasn't got a very big bushy tail, but he's beautiful and we adore him, and as you can tell, he adores us because he spoils, isn't he? That's why he's a chunky boy now. His daddy spoils him. But thank you very much, everybody, for looking. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody else's videos and see how they trim, and hopefully pick up some tips from them as well. So thanks very much, folks. We'll see you again soon, and I hope to see a few of you at the shows in the coming future, once we've had all this nasty business all sorted and we can get back to the dog showing. Thanks very much. Bye bye.